Have you ever looked at a job listing titled entry level, scrolled down to the requirements, and seen that they want 3 to 5 years of experience, a master's degree, and proficiency in 3 software programs that were only invented 2 years ago? You're not losing your mind, and you are definitely not alone. Right now, millions of job seekers are facing a bizarre, incredibly frustrating paradox. You need experience to get a job, but you need a job to get experience. It feels like the bottom rung of the career ladder has been completely chopped off. But why is this happening? How did we get to a point where entry level no longer means getting your foot in the door? Today, we are going to look behind the curtain of modern corporate hiring. We'll uncover the economic shifts, the broken algorithms, and the structural changes that made the job market feel completely broken for anyone trying to start out. More importantly, we'll talk about how you can actually navigate it. To understand why entry level is broken, we have to look at how hiring used to work. Generations ago, companies expected to train you. They brought you in fresh out of school or from another industry, paid you a modest starting salary, and invested weeks or months into teaching you the ropes. It was an investment. The company took a short-term hit on productivity because they expected you to stay for 5, 10, or 20 years. But over the last few decades, that implicit contract completely dissolved. Data shows that the average tenure for younger workers is now less than 3 years. Because employees leave faster to get a raise elsewhere, companies stopped investing in training. Their logic became, why spend 6 months training someone if they're just going to take those skills to our competitor next year? Instead of training people, companies now want plug-and-play employees. They expect you to hit the ground running on day one with zero onboarding time. This fundamentally shifted the definition of entry level. It no longer means entry into the workforce. It now means entry-level pay for mid-level work. But the breakdown isn't just about corporate philosophy. It's also driven by the technology used to hire. Enter the applicant tracking system, or ATS. When you apply for a job online, a human rarely sees your resume first. Instead, it's scanned by an AI algorithm looking for specific keywords. If a company wants someone with 3 years of experience, the recruiter simply sets a filter on the software. If your resume says 0 years, the system automatically archives your application before a human being ever lays eyes on it. To make matters worse, we are living in the era of ghost jobs. Recent industry surveys have revealed a shocking statistic. Nearly half of all hiring managers admit to posting job listings they have no immediate intention of filling. Why? Sometimes it's to keep an active pipeline of talent, just in case someone quits. Sometimes it's to signal to investors that the company is growing. And sometimes it's just to reassure overworked current staff that help is on the way, even if that help never arrives. So when you submit 200 applications and hear nothing back, but automated rejections, it's often because you're fighting a broken digital filter for a job that might not even exist. There is also a massive supply and demand issue at play here. Today's entering workforce is the most educated in human history. More people hold degrees and certifications than ever before. But while the supply of qualified candidates has skyrocketed, the number of traditional entry-level corporate roles has actually shrunk. Automation and modern productivity tools mean a single mid-level worker can handle tasks that used to require 2 or 3 junior assistants. Furthermore, companies are increasingly turning to what economists call the fractionalization of work. Instead of hiring a full-time entry-level employee with benefits, health insurance, and a retirement plan, companies outsource junior tasks to freelancers, contract agencies, or overseas remote talent. This leaves young professionals stranded in a gig economy loop where they can find piecemeal work, but struggle to land the stable, full-time positions that build a long-term resume. If you're listening to this and feeling incredibly discouraged, take a deep breath. Yes, the system is broken, but that means you cannot use traditional methods to beat it. If you apply to broken entry-level jobs through standard job boards, you are playing a game of pure probability against an algorithm designed to reject you. So, how do you bypass a broken front door? You have to build your own side door. Here are 3 strategies that actually work in the modern landscape. First, shift focus from job applications to proof of work. If you lack formal experience, create it. Build public projects, write case studies analyzing companies you want to work for, or volunteer your skills for a local nonprofit. When a hiring manager can see a portfolio of your actual output, the years of experience requirement often softens. Second, target smaller, lean operations. Massive corporations rely heavily on automated ATS filters. Small businesses, startups, and boutique agencies usually don't. They are much more likely to read your cover letter, value your drive, and give you the direct training that bigger corporations have abandoned. Finally, leverage micro-networking. Don't just message a hiring manager asking for a job. Instead, find professionals who are 2 or 3 years ahead of where you want to be. Ask them for a quick 10-minute informational interview about how they broke in. People love sharing their journey, and these casual conversations are exactly how unadvertised, true entry-level positions get filled. The entry-level job market is broken because companies want the finished product without paying for the manufacturing. But remember, a dry spell in your job hunt isn't a reflection of your worth or your potential. It's a reflection of a system that has outgrown its own mechanics. By shifting your strategy away from cold online applications and focusing on tangible proof of your skills and direct human connection, you can step off the treadmill and actually get your foot in the door. If this video helped validate what you've been feeling out there in the job market, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the modern economy. Drop a comment below with the craziest entry-level requirement you've seen yet. Let's swap stories. Thanks for watching and keep pushing forward. I'll see you in the next video.